If you're one of the millions of Americans shopping at Costco, you've probably walked past those Kirkland Signature bottles, wondering if they're actually any good. Well, I just spent weeks diving deep into industry reports, taste tests, and consumer reviews to uncover the truth about Kirkland's liquor game. Here's what shocked me. Some of these bottles are beating premium brands that cost 3 times as much, while others are so bad they make gas station liquor look gourmet. We're talking about a brand that's quietly become America's best-kept secret in the liquor world. And today, I'm exposing exactly which bottles deserve your money and which ones you should avoid at all costs. After analyzing professional taste tests, consumer satisfaction scores, and value comparisons, I've discovered that Kirkland's liquor lineup breaks down into 3 distinct categories: the disasters that taste like liquid regret, the decent middle ground options that won't embarrass you, and the absolute gems that'll make you question why you ever bought name brands. So let's start with the bottles that should come with warning labels and work our way up to the one that's literally beating Grey Goose in blind taste tests. Number 10. Kirkland Signature Spiced Rum, the artificial disaster. Starting at the bottom, we have Kirkland Spiced Rum, and honestly, this one hurts to talk about because it represents everything wrong with cutting corners on liquor production. Multiple review sites consistently rank this as the most bland, unseasoned disappointment in Kirkland's entire lineup. We're talking about rum that's been criticized for artificial taste, harshness, and recipe changes that somehow made it even worse over time. Here's what's really happening. This rum is recommended only for baking or mixing with strong flavors, because the artificial spice blend is so overwhelming it tastes more like liquid potpourri than actual rum. Consumer forums are filled with people describing frequent disappointment and flavor inconsistent across batches. Professional bartenders rarely recommend this bottle, and when they do, it's with the caveat that better alternatives exist at similar prices. At $17 to $26, you're paying for the Kirkland name while getting rum that tastes like it was flavored by a committee of people who've never actually tasted real spiced rum. The biggest problem? It's cheap for mixing. But even in cocktails, that artificial taste comes through and ruins whatever you're trying to make. When your rum makes a mojito taste like cleaning solution, you know you've hit rock bottom. Number 9. Kirkland Signature Hard Seltzer, the bland bandwagon. Kirkland jumped on the hard seltzer trend, and the results are exactly what you'd expect from a warehouse club trying to copy White Claw. Average at best, disappointing at worst. Consumer reviews are mixed, with some praising the value, while others knock the blandness. The carbonation is described as average compared to leading seltzer brands, and the flavor profiles feel like they were designed by people who've never actually enjoyed a hard seltzer. Food reviewers consistently note it's good for budget, but not a standout for flavor profiles. At $17 to $20, it's affordable, but when your main selling point is being cheap instead of being good, you're already losing the battle. Hard seltzer is supposed to be refreshing and crisp. Kirkland's version feels flat and uninspired, like drinking carbonated water, with a vague memory of fruit flavor. It's the kind of drink you'd serve at a party where you don't really care if people enjoy themselves. Number 8. Kirkland Signature Tequila Anejo, the controversial lawsuit. This one's a disaster wrapped in legal controversy, and it perfectly illustrates what happens when cost-cutting meets questionable sourcing practices. Kirkland's Tequila Anejo is currently facing multiple class action lawsuits alleging that it's not actually 100% agave as advertised. We're talking about lawsuits claiming the brand is mixing low-grade booze with their tequila and falsely advertising it as premium agave spirits. At $20 to $28, it seems like a bargain for aged tequila, but consumer sentiment is mixed at best. Drinkers consistently report astringency and rough medicinal bite when sipping neat. The flavor profile has been described as having off flavors that suggest it's been cut with cheaper spirits. Expert reviews note it's decent value but not for tequila aficionados. But even that was before the legal controversies emerged. Recent news coverage has revealed the tequila may contain additives and non-agave spirits that violate both labeling laws and consumer expectations. The biggest red flag? Multiple ranking sites place this among Kirkland's worst offerings, and the ongoing lawsuits suggest that what you're buying might not actually be what's advertised on the label. When your tequila comes with a class action lawsuit, it's time to find a different bottle. Number 7. Kirkland Signature Ready-to-Drink Golden Margarita. The convenient compromise. Kirkland's pre-made margarita represents the ultimate convenience versus quality trade-off. It's popular for parties and easy to serve, but lacks the flavor complexity cocktail enthusiasts actually want. At $10 to $13, it's incredibly convenient and gets high marks for utility. But here's the problem. Convenience doesn't equal quality. Expert reviews consistently describe it as having strong value, but being not premium in terms of actual taste. The margarita uses real tequila and has balanced sweetness, but it's designed for mass appeal rather than craft cocktail standards. It's the kind of drink that works for backyard barbecues, but will disappoint anyone who's ever had a properly made margarita. Consumer reviews praise it for parties, while noting it's best for utility, lower for taste. When your main selling point is that it's easy to serve rather than delicious to drink, you're admitting that quality took a back seat. Number 6. Kirkland Signature Blended Scotch Whiskey, 12 and 20 year, the solid mediocrity. Kirkland Scotch represents competent but uninspiring whiskey making. It's smooth for the price and delivers decent value, but it's not going to convert anyone into a Scotch enthusiast. At $30 to $50, it provides strong value for budget drinking. But expert reviews consistently note it's not as layered or robust as higher-end Scotch. Consumer sentiment is highly positive for budget drinking, less so for connoisseurs who want complexity and character. The whiskey is described as a solid, everyday Scotch that's praised in entry-level reviews. That's both a compliment and a limitation. The 20-year version shows more complexity than the 12-year, but both suffer from the same issue. They're designed to be inoffensive rather than interesting. Sometimes being safe is the riskiest choice of all. Number 5. Kirkland Signature Blended Canadian Whiskey, the Crown Royal Alternative. This is where Kirkland starts getting interesting. Their Canadian whiskey is consistently touted as a legitimate Crown Royal alternative. And honestly, that comparison is accurate. At under $30 for 1.75 liters, this whiskey is exceptionally smooth, with authentic taste you'd expect from quality Canadian distilling. Consumer reviews consistently call it a best buy. Expert reviews describe it as a great mixer, not a showpiece bottle, which is exactly what most people want from Canadian whiskey. It's smooth enough to sip neat, versatile enough for cocktails, and priced low enough that you won't feel guilty using it in mixed drinks. The flavor profile lacks some depth compared to premium Canadian whiskeys, but at this price point, that's not a fair criticism. You're getting 80% of the Crown Royal experience for about 40% of the price. That's genuine value. The consistency across bottles is impressive. When you can rely on a bottle to taste the same every time, that's half the battle won. Hey, thanks for sticking with me through these Kirkland disappointments. I know it's painful to hear about bottles that don't live up to the hype. If this investigation is saving you from some expensive mistakes, do me a huge favor and smash that like and subscribe button. It'll really help us out. Now, the disappointing bottles we just covered all share the same problem. They prioritize cost-cutting over quality. But the next 5 bottles prove that when Kirkland actually focuses on getting the fundamentals right, they can create some genuinely impressive liquors that rival premium brands. So let's dive into the Kirkland bottles that actually deserve space in your liquor cabinet. Number 4. Kirkland Signature Barton 1792 Bourbon, the real deal. Here's where Kirkland gets serious about quality. This isn't just Kirkland slapping their label on generic bourbon. This is authentic Kentucky bourbon produced with award-winning distiller Barton 1792. and you can taste the difference. At around $25, you're getting genuine bourbon pedigree with single barrel, bottled in bond, and small batch varieties available. Expert reviews consistently recommend this for old fashions and Manhattans, calling it true bourbon routine in Costco circles. Consumer sentiment describes it as having authentic taste, with proper bourbon complexity, fruity, woody characteristics with pleasant alcohol warmth. Professional bourbon reviewers recommend this for the price, noting that while some batches show variance, the overall quality remains consistently good. The only weakness is that it can have some burn when sipped neat, but that's authentic to traditional bourbon character. This isn't trying to be smooth vodka. It's trying to be real bourbon, and it succeeds. Number 3. Kirkland Signature Irish Cream Liqueur, the Bailey's Killer. This is where Kirkland absolutely nails it. Their Irish cream is a legitimate Bailey's alternative that consistently gets top marks for taste, creaminess, and value. We're talking about a product that's genuinely better than the name brand it competes with. At $15 to $17 for 1.75 liters, it's made in Ireland with real cream and delivers thick texture with authentic chocolate, hazelnut, and caramel flavors. Expert tastings consistently rank it as the best value Irish cream in head-to-head comparisons with Bailey's. Consumer reviews are overwhelmingly positive, with Reddit and Facebook users calling it a fan favorite. The only downside is the calorie and sugar content, but that's inherent to the category. For what it is, premium Irish cream at budget prices, this is nearly perfect execution. Number 2. Kirkland Signature American Vodka, the Party Champion. Kirkland's American vodka represents outstanding value and has achieved something remarkable. It's preferred over name brands in blind taste tests while costing a fraction of the price. Made by Levecki Corp in California, this 6 times distilled corn vodka delivers a clean, classic vodka profile at $14 to $18 for 1.75 liters. Wirecutter named it their top pick. Reddit polls consistently crown it the best value vodka. Expert reviews describe it as highly mixable and smooth, with spirits reviewers praising its versatility. The clean, neutral flavor makes it perfect for cocktails without the harsh bite that cheaper vodkas often have. When professional bartenders are willing to use your store-brand vodka in premium cocktails, you know you've created something special. Number 1. Kirkland Signature French Vodka, the Grey Goose Killer. Taking the top spot is Kirkland's French vodka. And honestly, this shouldn't surprise anyone paying attention to the vodka world. This bottle has achieved legendary status by consistently beating Grey Goose in blind taste tests while costing less than half the price. Distilled and bottled in France with pristine water sources, this vodka delivers creamy, subtle vanilla notes with smoothness that rivals the most expensive premium brands. At under $25 for 1.75 liters, it's an absolute steal. Expert opinions consistently rank this as the best buy vodka in the US, and consumer sentiment is off the charts. Professional taste tests consistently prefer this over Grey Goose, and viral social media taste-off videos have turned it into a cultural phenomenon. The only weakness? Limited stock. Demand constantly outstrips supply. The pattern is crystal clear. Kirkland succeeds when they focus on categories where they can genuinely compete with premium brands through better sourcing and real production partnerships. Your Kirkland strategy should be simple. Stick to vodka, bourbon, Irish cream, and Canadian whiskey. Avoid rum, gin, tequila, and hard seltzer. Look for Kirkland bottles that tell you exactly where they're made and by whom. The best Kirkland liquors aren't mysterious, they're transparent and proud of their production partnerships. There you have it. Kirkland's French vodka takes the crown. From artificial disappointments at the bottom to legitimate premium quality at the top, this ranking shows Kirkland's success isn't accidental. Your next Costco run just got a lot more strategic. Skip the rum and tequila, grab that French vodka before it sells out, and remember, the best value is often hiding in plain sight on the warehouse shelf. If this investigation saved you from some expensive mistakes and helped you find some genuine gems, hit that subscribe button for more honest reviews that put your wallet first. See you next time. And remember, the best liquor is the one that tastes great and doesn't break the bank.